Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our series on Kaspersky Unified Monitoring and Analysis Platform. In this particular video, we will cover operations with dashboards and reports. A dashboard is, of course, a group of widgets that display analytical information on infrastructure, security data. So this information on the dashboard is updated based on the schedules specified in the settings. If needed, you can force the update of specific data. And out of the box, Kuma has three panels with different sets of widgets: the Alerts Overview, Incident Overview, and Network Overview. We'll take a closer look at each one of them today. When installing the system, the default dashboard is Alerts Overview. It will show you a summary of current information about alerts. If needed, you can then go ahead and change that default dashboard. Widgets support the capability of drilling down into the more, let's say, content-rich information. For example, by clicking the name of an alert, an analyst can go ahead and view that specific alert card and start a particular investigation should it be required. The pre-installed widgets can, of course, also be edited. To do this, in the upper right corner, you open up the list and click the pencil icon on the right of the panel. Now each widget has a gear icon and are, of course, available for editing. You can change their size, their location, and the content that they will be displaying. To edit what widget shows, you need to go ahead and click the gear icon and make those particular changes. So, depending on the widget type, different customization options are available. Let's make our own panel with our own individual widgets. The first thing to do is in the drop-down menu, we select Create Layout. We select Create Layout. We need to then set the tenants and the name of that particular layout. Now we'll make the widget. Kuma has widgets with all different kinds of elements. For widgets for alerts, assets, incidents, and users, there are ready-made queries that can unfortunately not be changed. For events and active sheet widgets, only custom queries are available. So let's make a widget for events. We are interested in Kaspersky Security Center events in the main tenant, and this is of course relating to our endpoint security perspective. In the parameter settings menu, we set the chart type, we configure the counter, the storage, the tenant, and the period parameters, and these are left the same as on the layout. We then go ahead and check the display with the default query. Now we need to create a query, which we'll do using the constructor. The constructor is a very helpful tool for us to go ahead and display exactly what we need. So the number of events must be counted from the selected source, and then we add the search conditions. We describe the search conditions in the query itself and all events from the Kaspersky Security Center. In the display menu, we set the name of the widget, the color, and we go ahead to go and save that particular widget. Once the widget has been added, now we can create the widget where we'll describe the query manually. We describe a query that displays the top 10 users with the highest antivirus triggers per month. Now we go ahead and check the results, save it, and then add the widget to the dashboard itself. We then go ahead and we keep on monitoring the panel layout as is. There, we created a custom dashboard with the widgets we actually need. Now, let's take a look at the reports available within Kuma. Out of the box, the system has a set of reports with widgets that are identical to the pre-installed dashboard. To view the available actions, we left-click the template you need, and then you can generate your reports manually or on a scheduled basis, as well as, of course, go ahead to modify those report templates. To have a scheduled report sent via email, you need to go to the Schedule Change menu. We enable the schedule, we set the period, and of course, we set and specify the email address and report format. So let's generate reports and see what it actually looks like. The report looks pretty much exactly like the monitoring panel. Now, let's create our own report template. You have to set tenants and the template name, and if needed, you can also add a logo for the title. Now we'll make the widget, and the first widget is a pie chart that is based on a correlation rule with a large number of different triggers. The top correlation rules, which is the correlation rules with a large number of triggers, as previously mentioned. And in the parameter settings menu, we set the chart type to pie chart, set the storage, we set the tenant and period parameters that are, of course, left the same as on the layout. In the query, we add the parameters you need. And in the second widget, this is going to be a bar chart with the number of active alerts. This widget type is pre-installed and doesn't really require any database queries. We go ahead and add that widget to their own places, and we save the change results. Now we can go ahead and generate our new report. And of course, based on our configuration, this is what the report would look like. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the conclusion of the 13th entry into the series relating to the Kaspersky Unified Monitoring and Analysis Platform, specifically covering the topic of dashboards and reports. As usual, thanks you very much for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.